How does Michael Posner's and Mary Rothbard's research add to our understanding of the interaction of genes and environment in determining behavior? We learn that behavior is controlled by our surroundings as children and then our goals as adults, but these actions are linked to our genetic makeup. Using MRI tests, we learned that the brain networks related to attention and being alert solve conflicting problems that we perceive within our environment. And when put into different scenarios, behaviors develop differently.
From the biological perspective, the brain experiences stress when you see chemicals being sent back and forth to different portions of the brain. For example, the hypothalamus will send a signal to the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex will send a signal to the pituitary gland. Back and forth these chemicals go, until after a while, the brain eventually stops feeling the same effects from these chemicals. Now, eventually, this is going to lead to neurological breakdown, which is where something known as the allostatic load comes into. Now, the allostatic load, in and of itself, is known as the wear and tear on the body. And this can be something visible. For example, people with bags under their eyes, or they may develop a tremor. Internally, however, you start to see the chemicals epinephrine and cortisol specifically will start to go haywire. For example, epinephrine will start to increase the capacity of the lungs, or it will decrease the volume of the blood vessels. And after a while, this isn't going to be good for the body because it results in heightened blood pressure, heightened pulse, and the body's trying to react to bring itself back to normal. Allostasis is the process by which the body is bringing itself back to normal, and the allostatic load essentially is the visual and physical effects on the body of stress. Ultimately, the allostatic load is helpful in healthcare settings in that it helps providers determine exactly how a specific treatment for a specific disease is going to react in a person. For example, if I were to administer, ibuprofen to somebody who has a headache, if they have a tremendous amount of stress, a lower dosage isn't going to do the same thing as it would in a person who's the same body weight, same background, same ethnicity, everything, but who has significantly less stress. Eventually, treatments have to be altered. Treatments have to be changed in order to help the body react better. And by learning about the allostatic load, healthcare providers can ultimately increase their own knowledge and increase patient outcomes. Thank you.
Explain the connection between good self-regulatory abilities and successful school performance.
Well, to answer this question, you first have to know what self-regulation is. Self-regulation, boiled down, is basically self-control. So, for instance, when you want to do something that you really don't want to do, but you have to do it, self-regulation is actually doing it instead of just being lazy. For example, like when you get really angry at someone, you may want to hit them, but you can't because that would be looked down upon in society. So you have to control it and self-regulate yourself.
Good explanation. Okay, so having self-regulatory abilities would have a lot to do with successful school performance. When you're feeling tired or distracted, sometimes you need to conquer that and discipline yourself into studying or working on homework, or like playing video games. You couldn't just play video games instead of doing your homework. So you can see how self-regulation positively correlates with getting great grades.
Compared with friends and family, how intense is your response to stress?
My response to stress is mainly minimum. I try my hardest not to stress, especially being a freshman in college and taking a lot of classes and having family and friends. I try to maintain myself so that I don't stress a lot and just be the happiest I can be.
Along with that, what factors in your life trigger stress the most?
The main things that trigger stress would happen to be money, jobs, relationships, school, worrying about the future, and family. For me, I would say that school happens to be my biggest stress thing. I stress a lot mainly because it's something new for me to develop in, and it's what I want to do in life, so I want to be sure that I want to do this in life. So just working hard to what I want to get to is it's mainly the stress trigger for me. But I know for others, it would probably be money, because money is one of the biggest common factors in this world, and we all need money to survive. So with there being a big recession, there isn't that much money left. Stop it.
Hey Ryan,
Yeah, what's up?
don't you have a paper due tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. But I think I'm just gonna do it later.
Okay, I mean, it's already 11. You sure?
I don't know, I'm kind of having a lot of fun right now.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's time to start that paper. Alright. Done. And it only took me 20 minutes.
All done?
Yep, and I think it's some of my best work.
We'll see.
Alright, I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, have a good day.
Well, you look pretty stressed. What things do you think causes your stress?
I don't know. Probably most likely the fact that I have to be up really early for work and I'm up really late for school and stuff. And I don't know. What else? What do you think would cause it?
Well, stress in the brain, the things that like freak you out or make you like time crunches, the reason you feel stressed is that when you are feeling that way, the hormones in your brain are actually redesigning the structures of your brain. And that's why you get freaked out.
So it's literally driving me crazy.
Kinda. So until you finish that, like, your constraints, then your brain is going to be in overdrive remodeling. As it were.
So what can I do to help it?
Well, you can try to relax, get lots of sleep, try to be more scheduled so you don't wait for things to go to the last second, so you don't get stressed out. You know, if you have to wake up early, then go to sleep earlier. Don't stay up watching TV. Just, you got to make a schedule for yourself and do things on your schedule so things don't come down to the last second.
Okay, so just time management, stuff like that.
Pretty much.
I think I can do that.
I think if you do that, you'll be a lot happier.
All right. Thanks, Doc.